Hello my friends, and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be walking you through everything I do to prepare, record, and edit my live programming videos. So I thought about making this video after I received this comment from Fernando. Fernando said, I also make tutorial videos and I was very interested in knowing how you record your screen in 2 parts. And I thought, you know what, why don't I share everything that I have learned over a year of iteration? Because when I started making these videos, I had no idea. And I learned something new every week, pretty much, that I try and apply in my videos to improve my workflow. You know, so why not share that wealth of knowledge? So I just zoomed out, right? I zoomed out because usually I work at 100 DPI, which is what this looks like. However, when you're making text-focused videos, this is way too small for the viewers. You have to keep in mind that the viewers are most likely going to be watching this in a fraction of the size window on YouTube. So the first thing that I like to do is set my DPI to 175. And there is a little tool that I use to do this on GitHub, setdpi.exe. I download it, I set my DPI before I start recording. Now, this is something that takes a lot of getting used to. You lose a lot, and I mean a lot, of screen real estate, but it is one of the sacrifices that I have to make in order for people to be able to read what I am writing on the screen. Next up is the OBS canvas. So, the OBS canvas, as you can see, is very, very wide. The reason for that is that I typically have my face cam here. So it's recorded as one super long video file. And that is what we edit, and then I take the face cam from here and I superimpose it here using, I think, a circle mask or something like that, which we'll get into. So just so you can see where I set the canvas, here I go to video and I just make sure that it is wide enough to be able to have both my my screen capture from my ultra wide monitor and a full size image of my video input. You can't see on this right now because this is an additional instance of OBS that I am running, but actually let me see if I can drag over the recording instance. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Okay, so I do that, I record my video, and then it is time to edit. I head over into my editing workspace and I launch Adobe Premiere. Now, I've never actually tried using Premiere while I'm recording. I know that there is a lot of CPU usage going on both with the recording and with Adobe Premiere, so we'll see how this goes. So I'm gonna start a new project, and I'm gonna be editing a video that I recorded earlier today, actually. So it was Rust Undefined Behavior. I'm just gonna make a new project. My videos are kind of a mess, if I am being honest. I really need to get them organized, but this one is in the Komorebi dev folder, and it is the last video that I converted to MP4, right? So we'll bring that in and create the project. This bit always takes a little bit of time for me. You can see from the cursor that it's it looks like it's crashed, but it catches up eventually. And so here you can see this is yeah, this is the canvas that I recorded. It is super wide, super long, and we gotta do something about that, right? So the first thing that I do is I often end up with more audio tracks than I need. I have OBS set by default to record different stuff to different audio tracks, especially for my Let's Plays, so that I can have the game audio and the microphone audio separate, but I don't need those extra audio tracks for these videos. Right, so once I get to here, I change the size of the sequence. I think it is... Oh my god, I've forgotten what it is. Let me just import one of my old videos and use the information from there. So the sequence for ultra wide, okay, 3840. So I go back here and I set this to 3840. And now you can see that half of my face is cut off. That is fine. I'm just gonna hold down Control and drag this image until it snaps into the right place. So now on my what will eventually be outputted on the canvas of what will be outputted from Adobe Premiere, I have my whole screen recording. So far so good. Hit save there. The next thing that I do is I hold down Alt and drag up to make a copy of this. And I have an effect that is saved here. It's called Circle Head. I drag Circle Head onto this this video on layer 3, and it sets me up with a circle head, right? And I should really link the video where I learned how to do this, because there are a lot of videos on YouTube and I couldn't understand most of them. Premiere Pro Circle Mask. It was the video by Premiere Gal. This is a really good video if you want to learn how to do this effect. So I followed that along, and then once I figured out how I wanted it, how I wanted the position, I went over to Effect Controls. I held down Control, selected both of these, and I hit Save Preset. And I gave it the name Circle Head, and now it comes up in my presets, and I can just drag it over and drop it over on here. The other thing that is not quite as easy is getting the background. So what I do, like this little colored background here, is I've done it in one video, and then I load up the sequence from that project, I hit copy, and then I paste it into here and shrink it to fit the length of this video. So already now we're doing pretty good. I'm very happy with this. Next up, we need to apply some effects here. So I have OBS Raw with Gain, which is another effect stack that I have saved. So we can take a look at this. So I have, first of all, I have Auto Gate. I think I'm going to set this actually to 39 based on my recent videos. Then, so the Auto Gate gets rid of any background noise that doesn't meet that threshold. Then I have the denoise plugin. I set it on a default thing. It works pretty well. We've got the de-esser working in there as well. Again, I find that this one works okay for my voice. Graphic equalizer, I think, I didn't tweak this too much. I think the microphone itself sounds pretty good. And the last one is compression and a limiter. You'll need to play with these values a little bit. There are a lot of videos about how you can compress and limit properly. Generally, the limiter, I like to set the threshold at -3 dB. And based on how much input gain you have, you'll tweak with these values as well. So that is my kind of like my video effects are just this mask. I have a circular graphic, which I draw using the ellipse tool, and then I move into place manually behind. And yeah, this one is just moved to take up the full canvas. The last thing, which actually I've also just started copy pasting now, is I take the background track. So this is a background track that I found in the library, in the YouTube library. So why don't we open this up, YouTube Studio, and I've only just gotten Creator Music Beta. It was a different thing before I became a part of the YouTube Partner Program, but this is a song by Track Tribe. Which one is it? Wish You'd Never Left, right? And I noticed that since I added background music, I've gotten a lot more returning viewers. So if you are making long live coding videos, find a track that matches, I don't know, your personality, your vibe. I like chill jazz. I think my voice is probably more chill jazz than it is dramatic pop or dramatic rock. And you may be tempted to feel like, I don't know, you need to have a different track for every video, something like that. But I think there's something that is very comforting when a viewer comes back to the same intro, the same track. An association gets built, and I think it works very well. So I get Track Tribe, and what I do is, because the actual track is 5 minutes and 2 seconds long, I turn on Remix, so it's already enabled, and then I just try and match to the length of the media. So video, oh, this is not the right video duration, right? No, this is the wrong project. Oh no, I lost my panel. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, we can figure it out from here. So like 18 minutes 31 seconds. So I come into target duration, I hit 0018 31, and like you can do some customizations. I think we can just leave this one to 5 in the middle, 5 in the middle. What did I do? Oh, that's way too short. 18 31 00. Okay, and it's gonna expand it to be like roughly that sort of length. Trim it off at the end. You can play with this as well if it doesn't come out to the right kind of length. You can increase by a couple of seconds or decrease by a couple of seconds. But that is basically how I edit my videos. And then when I'm ready, I'll head over to export. This is not an Alan Wake 2 video, but I'll set the output folder, give it a name. I tend to export with adaptive medium bitrate. It's roughly the same kind of file size as my input file. I find that setting it to adaptive high bitrate increases the file size by, I don't know, sometimes I've seen by more than 10 gigabytes, which isn't really worth it in my opinion. So that is it, my friends. That is how I make videos, how I record them, how I edit them for the GZ Codes channel. If you like this video, if you found it useful, if you would like to see more, make sure you hit like on the video, make sure you leave a comment, and of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I hope that whatever you will do today, you have a great day. Free Palestine, and I'll see you all back here next time.